They missed a free throw. Chris rebounded it, looked to Jalen, pulled his pivot foot a little bit. I think then Chris, for fear they might call a travel, put it to the floor and pushed it up the floor. And they double-teamed him not too far from our bench. And he pivoted and made a normal reaction and called a timeout. And unfortunately for us, we had no timeout.
I just remember putting my hand on my hips and saying, I know, God, you're not letting this happen to me right now. I know, God, you're not doing this to me right now.
I'll never forget the pose of him standing with his hands on his hips, thinking, what has just happened? The one thing in life that I wanted so bad has just slipped like sand through my fingers.
Seeing all these people at one time, and I'm seeing Isaiah over there. I remember looking at him and, looking at my mother, looking at my father, and, I just really couldn't believe that would happen. And EPMD, my favorite rap group at the time, was at the game. And I called a timeout, and they were at the game. EPMD was at the game. I could not believe that all of these things at one time, could happen.
To lose in any way would be devastating, but to lose and then in some ways think, well, I'm to blame, he was devastated. He walked out in tears, and the tears didn't stop flowing for him for several days.
A lot of people, I want you to understand that the way you love, that's all you have to give. If I had a mother that was like, oh Lord, what we gonna do? My baby calling time out. Oh, I don't know how it would have affected me because my father's a tough guy. I don't know. But my mother, I came home to get some food and loving, and brothers making fun of me and back in the neighborhood and everything. And it's right before I'm deciding to go pro. And I'm hearing about, maybe I could be number one. And the blessing is it's only 3 months away, so I don't have that much time to lick my wounds. My mother, who, man, she's quiet. She's, stoic. She comes in and she has a timeout license plate. And I was like, what you doing? My brothers had already been killing me and joking with me. And she was just like, no, baby, we're going to start a foundation. She was like, you're going to show everybody that they have a moment, and it's about how you bounce back. And, that's nothing. You're going to. And she did it so nonchalantly, even though I know she knew what she was doing. But it was so nonchalant that it was almost like, yeah, I got a lot more to do. This moment is nothing. And so that moment of vulnerability, that moment of you can't do anything but just try to stand. We've all been there, And so being able to relate that and have done that in public, but then have accountability. And at the time, I just turned 20, maybe 30 days before that. You look back and you're proud of it. And, those things like with your mother doing that and the change and the influence I know we had through that foundation, it means a lot. But it's because, of their perspective, it keeps you accountable. You can't, feel too sorry for yourself when this is how someone thinks of you.